So, waltz, foxtrot, tango, and Viennese waltz. Let's erase all of the technique and talk about what you want to be feeling with your body, okay? Because it is smooth, I'm going to soften my knees. Whenever I'm moving backwards, no matter what the dance, forget the technique, I extend and I must get my balance over a foot. If you are using the closing of a leg to get balance, you don't really have balance, okay? So, now if I'm gonna go sideways, I'm going to get my balance over my foot before I do anything else. So whether I'm doing a back step to a develope, what do you see about my body right now? I'm balanced. Now I can put anything on top of it I want. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So in that part where you, I know you roll out and you do this little, this line, where you go and you lift the leg.
Right.
If I'm turning and I land, if I'm not balanced over this foot, meaning if I can't stand here and do this, this is probably not recommended. So it really is a matter of you understanding that your balance can move at different, I'm balanced over my left foot. Do I have pressure in my right? Absolutely. But watch, I send my balance over it. Now I can do anything I want. I can rise, I can pick the foot up, I can go in different directions. I think too often we get caught up in where we're going. If I'm gonna spin, like the one down there where you go back, 1 and 2 and, if you can't stop here to go into your twinkle, do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of your legs running on. It's kind of like a run-on sentence. So when you do 1, did you have your balance before you tried to turn it? That's what I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to do it from a different point of view. When I have balance over a foot, I don't think about just turning my body. I think about turning my balance and it will turn my foot. Mm-hmm. This thing in waltz is tricky because you're going back on your left, turning to your right. You get your balance over your left foot, then you turn your balance, now you can do whatever you want. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that part in waltz is a very unusual, very advanced move. Because most of the time, I'm going to, if I get my weight over my left foot, or my balance, I turn my balance, and then it turns me. I don't, in fact, Jane, I don't want you worrying about turning the shoulder, turning the, I want you to feel balance and turn your balance. Because it's so much easier to turn your balance than it is to worry about all that other junk.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, I was going to ask you, now also on the, I know that when we got in shadow positions, you said Steve and I, neither one were balanced together, and that's why it was hard for me to step back.
Yes.
And then when we did the twinkle, we're not going to hesitate anymore.
That's
is that
correct. You're not going to hesitate. You're going to go right into your twinkle, and he's going to come out, and then that 1. Remember, the other thing about your technique, 1, 2. If you're not balanced on 1 and you're just stepping 1, what's the difference between balance and stepping? This is stepping. Doesn't look wrong, but I won't be able to control different things if I want to. I'm not even going to be able to go in a different direction on a split second. If I don't balance on 1 and now balance on 2 and 3, how am I going to do anything advanced? Just like this, 1, 2, 3. If I don't balance on each step, can I do 1, 2, 3 and step on each step? Yes, but I wasn't balanced, not dancer balanced, because there are going to be times you're going to go 1 and then you have to go over here for 2. So I need to be balanced. Now, you may have to cross behind for 3. If I'm just stepping, then I've got this kind of stuff going on and I can't put any shape on it. Okay?
And then you said something about remember to count your and after 3.
Yes. When you guys are doing things like your X line.
Yes.
And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Make sure that the rise and fall is matching with what you would normally do in waltz. When I say normally do, yeah, I commence to rise on 1 when I'm moving. But a lot of times you guys are either holding things too long, okay, or it has to, it's like there's got to be a beginning and an end to everything you do. And I don't just mean element. So if you're doing that one where you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There was a beginning to that element and an end. 1, 2, 3. The end to the element is being up. Not Steve already trying to be partial in his X line. Does that make sense? Everything has to have a reason to go down, okay? Which I'm never going to be in motion and then go down at once. Everything's got to come from an up to an and then soft. And 1, 2. The nature of rise and fall.
Okay.
Okay?